Hello and welcome to a brand new episode of Autocar India Quick News, your weekly updates of all the launches, all the big scoops and all the hot news from the world of automobiles. But before we begin, do remember to hit the subscribe button and the bell icon to stay updated with all our latest uploads. Let's start off with what can only be described as a bit of a ray of hope for the Indian auto industry. Now, with April 2020 sales figures a big fat zero or not for every single automaker, May was definitely something to look forward to, as of course in May a lot of the automakers did start their operations, albeit in a percentage form because certain parts of the country were still under lockdown, but that did result in some sales. So let's have a quick look at the sales figures for May 2020. Not accounting for the luxury car segment, automakers sold 36,860 cars in India in May 2020, a massive drop of 84.58% as compared to the same month last year. The segment leader with 13,865 units sold was of course Maruti Suzuki, down with 88.54% from last year, while Hyundai came in second place with 6,883 units, a drop of 83.8%. Maruti Suzuki, Hyundai and Toyota also accounted for 11,279 units exported. Interestingly though, the highest sold car in the country was not some affordable small hatchback but the recently launched Hyundai Creta that sold a whopping 3,212 units. The top 5 was rounded off by the Maruti Suzuki Ertiga and the Dzire, the Mahindra Bolero and the Maruti Eco. With the automakers slowly getting back on their feet, it is no surprise then that this week there are a fair few launches. Let's start off with the updated Kia Seltos. Kia has launched an updated version of the Seltos in India. All variants now get added features like front and rear USB charging and emergency stop signal, while all automatic variants also get a remote start feature. Kia's connected car tech or UVO Connect has also been updated and can now be accessed by the voice command, "Hello Kia." Higher variants now get a slightly altered rear bumper with cosmetic tweaks that make it look like it gets a dual exhaust pipe, while certain variants are now offered with a dual tone paint scheme too. While the price range for the Kia Seltos has stayed the same, with the most affordable variant starting at 9,89,000 rupees and the most expensive variant priced at 17,34,000 rupees, there has been a rejig of prices which have made some variants up to 30,000 rupees more expensive. For more detailed info on the variant breakup in terms of prices, visit autocarindia.com. Now, Mercedes-Benz launched a couple of AMGs last week, and this week 2 new variants have been added to the GLE SUVs lineup. Let's take a closer look. The GLE was launched earlier this year with only a diesel engine, but now also gets a petrol variant, the GLE 450. The variant is powered by a 367 horsepower and 500 Nm 3-litre 6-cylinder turbo petrol engine paired with a 48-volt mild hybrid system that can give up to 22 horsepower and 250 Nm of torque when called upon. The engine is mated to a 9-speed automatic and all-wheel drive is standard. The other variant added to the lineup is the new GLE 400D in its standard avatar. The standard variant is considerably cheaper than the GLE 400D Hip Hop Edition as it loses the Mercedes E-Active body control suspension, the 13-speaker 590-watt Burmester sound system and the heads-up display. The engine is still the same 3-litre 6-cylinder diesel motor which churns out 330 horsepower and 700 Nm of torque. Both these 2 new variants and the entry-level 300D are CKD or assembled in India. The new GLE 450 is priced at 88,80,000 rupees, while the 400D is priced at 89,90,000 rupees, a whopping 36 lakh rupees cheaper than the Hip Hop Edition, which is a CBU or a completely built unit that is imported into India. Let's move on to two-wheeler launches now, and first up it's Honda's most affordable two-wheeler in India. It's the CD110 Dream in its BS6 guise. Honda has launched its most affordable model, the CD110 Dream in BS6 spec. The Honda CD110 Dream standard variant is priced at 62,729 rupees. At this price, the BS6 model cost about 12,000 rupees more than its BS4 counterpart. The biggest change to the motorcycle is the new 110cc single-cylinder fuel-injected engine. While Honda hasn't revealed power and efficiency figures yet, it is said to be more fuel-efficient than the BS4 version. Hero Motors has launched 2 new variants of its ultra-affordable commuter, the HF Deluxe. The new variants are entry-level and come with the Kickstarter in place of the electric start feature. The bike is available in 2 variants, spoke wheel and alloy wheel, priced at 46,800 rupees and 47,800 rupees respectively. These variants are about 10,000 rupees cheaper than the electric start versions. One of Bajaj's most affordable Pulsar models, the 150 Neon, has witnessed yet another price hike. This most recent hike of 5,000 rupees takes the 150cc motorcycle's price up to 90,000 rupees ex-showroom Delhi. The on-road cost meanwhile is expected to cross the 1 lakh rupee mark. That said, this is still one of the most affordable 150cc motorcycles in India. Let's move on to more general news now, and first up, the new Santa Fe has now been unveiled, and I must say, it is quite the looker. The brand new Santa Fe has been completely overhauled in terms of design on the outside and inside, in terms of a platform and powertrain options. Visually, the Santa Fe looks handsome, and Hyundai has really integrated the new large grille well, with styling elements like the sharp daytime running lights and the LED headlamps. At the rear, the Santa Fe feels wider, and there is even a top-spec luxury trim that offers body-colored claddings and bumper trims instead of the blacked-out ones that further accentuate this SUV. Under the skin, Hyundai now uses the third-generation architecture on the new Santa Fe, just like on the new Sonata, and will offer the Santa Fe with a hybrid and plug-in hybrid tech. On the inside, the cabin now gets a large 10.25-inch screen, and the shifter has now been moved to a button format on the center console. All in all, as we mentioned earlier, the new Santa Fe is quite the looker. Now, if you like cars that are polarizing in terms of design, this one is definitely going to be on the top of that list for weeks to come. It's the brand new BMW 4 Series. BMW has finally taken the covers off the new 4 Series, and since everyone is talking about it, let's have a look at the new large vertical grille first. Inspired by the vertical grilles of BMW's past, like the 328 sports car from the 1930s, the new BMW 4 Series is certainly one of the most unique BMWs out there today. The new 4 is of course a coupe and has a sleek design language while being larger than the 4 Series it replaces. The new 4 Series will get 6-cylinder and 4-cylinder petrol and diesel engines with mild hybrid technology on some of the power plants. The sporty coupe will also have a rear-wheel drive or all-wheel drive option depending on the variant. On the inside, the 4 will feature a very typical BMW design language with options like a heads-up display and a larger infotainment screen. Now that might definitely be polarizing, but we think that BMW 4 Series will definitely start growing on us, including that big massive grille. That said, there will also be a hotter version of that car, which will of course be the M4, so that's definitely something to look forward to. Now though, let's move on to the facelifted Toyota Fortuner, an SUV that's been long overdue. The Toyota Fortuner facelift keeps the same overall bulky and in-your-face design, but now with these visual updates, it makes the popular SUV look even more appealing. It gets a new face with redesigned LED headlamps and incorporated LED daytime running lights, and a larger mesh pattern grille, reshaped front bumper, and a new set of 18-inch alloy wheels. At the back, the major change is the addition of a slimmer-looking LED tail lamp that is also smoked out. There is also a Legender model with an even sportier fascia that packs a split grille, a sharper LED headlamp, and 20-inch alloy wheels. On the interior, the updates include a larger 8-inch infotainment setup or a 9-inch in the Legender, and the good news is that it now supports Apple CarPlay. The Fortuner facelift also gets LED ambient lighting, and 7 airbags come as standard. And that's all the time we have for you this week. As always, do remember to leave your opinions in the comments section below. Please stay safe and stay healthy. We will see you next week. Thank you so much for watching.